Hi, everyone. Welcome to Domain Sherpa, and thank you for tuning in to the podcast with the best domain name and digital asset content in the world. Today's episode is a Domain Sherpa review titled Up and Adam, featuring Ammar, who got up extra early for this one. Thank you for that, dude. Drew is on the show, and we also got Adam, who's celebrating, I believe it's his 30th birthday. At least that's what it looks like when you look at him. Jokes aside, happy birthday, Adam. We appreciate you, bro. And on today's show, we play the domain game featuring golfcops.com, alphax.com, 11thhour.org, and lovelockets.com. And then we've got the NameJetGonnaJet segment, sponsored by NameJet. And we talk about some domains coming up for auction, including hyperfocus.com, skilodge.com, and childprodigy.com. And remember, we've got the ICA meeting coming up January 17th to the 20th in Las Vegas. So please get registered and booked and all that good stuff. And if you're not a member yet, then go get on it and handle that. And big shout out to the ICA. And remember, if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, you can also watch the video version at DomainSherpa.com and on our YouTube channel at ds.tv. You can also listen to the shows on Apple and Spotify and other podcast platforms as well. And please make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and all that good stuff where you can to help Domain Sherpa grow the pie. And also, we're integrating our shows with Muse.ai now, which provides new search functionality for the shows and transcripts as well. So definitely check all that out. And last but not least, big shout out to Dan.com, the #1 place in the world to buy and sell your domains, with a special platform made for domain investors. With that, it's now time to get into this episode of Domain Sherpa, where all roads lead to domains. What's up, Sherpa Network? Thank you for tuning in today. My name is Jonathan Tenenbaum, a.k.a. JT, a.k.a. Jayon, a.k.a. Sherpa Winfrey, a.k.a. John Burgundy. And I'm the host and producer of Domain Sherpa, where all roads lead to domains. Today's show is a Domain Sherpa review, getting into the minds of successful domain investors using real examples and all that good stuff so we can learn strategies and tactics to become more successful domain name investors ourselves. These are the experts. I almost stumbled over the intro that I've only done 100 times. It's all good. It's all good. There's 4 segments to the Domain Sherpa review. Segment 1, we've got GrandOpening. That's what's happening right now. That's where I intro the Sherpas. We see what's going on with them. I drop some AKAs. We talk about some related things, some unrelated things. You know what it is. Segment 2 is the domain game. That's where we hear about what the Sherpas recently bought or sold. Everybody guesses. We keep score and get some swag to the winner, like this fresh Domain Sherpa hoodie, which I literally rock one of these every day. So you can too if you win the domain game. If you're so lucky, if you're so skilled. Segment 3 is NameJetGonnaJet, sponsored by our friends at NameJet. We review a list of names coming up for auction, see what the Sherpas like and what they don't like. And then last but not least, we got GrandClosing, where we discuss anything we have not already covered, what's going on in the domain space, looking at the market trends, current events, and allowing our guests to mention or promote anything we have not already discussed. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and introduce the Sherpas. Over to my right, I got my boy Adam Strong, a.k.a. John Wick, a.k.a. Up and Adam, a.k.a. Tony La Russa, a.k.a. Adamantium, a.k.a. Adam Strong, the quite strong. How's your portfolio, Fokker? A.k.a. Adam, you're only as strong as your weakest back link. What is up? What's going on, man? How we doing?
Not much. I'm doing good. It's been busy. Watching myself every day on Sherpa.
That's it. Watching Sherpas all day, every day.
So many hours to watch.
There's only so many hours in the day, but hey, pro tip, you can watch it on like an accelerated speed, so that way, you can cover more ground more quickly. And then once you start talking, you slow it down to like half speed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's an active way of listening and watching, but
Bro, when I put you on 1.25 though, it's like Alvin and the Chipmunks, man. You're like,
yeah, no, that's what I try to do, man. Try to cover a lot of ground quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm like the food. Y'all remember the Fushnikins? You know what I'm saying? I used to rap.
Nah, I missed that one.
You don't know the Fushnikins, man? Come on, man. Come on, Billy. Do something. Show them. Show something. Put something on the screen.
I don't think you can. I think we get knocked off.
Oh,
YouTube.
ding for copyright.
Don't do that, Billy.
I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, all good.
Lately, I hear on all the podcasts that are on YouTube, they're always saying like, "Oh yeah, you can't play that clip," or "Oh, you can't play that song because YouTube will, kneecap you."
You know, all right. Well,
Copyright
another rap group that used to rap fast. Remember DOS Effects? You remember DOS Effects?
Yeah.
Bump, stiggity bump. You know, like those guys.
Yeah, but
they were
way faster was Bone Thugs. Bone Thugs was.
Oh yeah. You know, that's interesting.
Nobody raps as fast as Bone Thugs.
Yeah, and then there was
Busy Bone was like, I mean, that guy was just like fire.
The
guy was like a howitzer.
Oh, you know what though? According to the Guinness Book of World Records, fastest rapper of all time, Eminem.
Eminem,
yeah.
Wait,
well,
but you
stuff
don't really say words though. Like, he'll start rapping. It's just like just syllable. I don't even know there's words coming out.
I don't know, man. I mean, you know, I don't know if it's Godzilla or rap.
I'm not even trying to like take away because dude is definitely like, he's top 3 to 5 of all time ever in lyrical capability. But like when he goes real fast, I don't think there's really words coming out.
Yeah, I think it's Godzilla
with Salt and Pepper.
Huh?
What you saying? What you said? But yeah, Godzilla, I think is the track that he raps like the Guinness World Book of Records, like fastest. So anyway, but shout out to Eminem. All right, let's keep it moving though, because this is what happens. This is what happens in segment 1. All right, down to my lower right, we got my boy Andrew Rosner, aka Morpheus, aka the Dirk Diggler of Domains Digital Assets, aka Bob Lee Swagger, the Sniper, aka Drew got what I need, aka Never Gonna Give Drew Up, aka Graybeard, the Domain Pirate, plundering and doing his pirating on the internet. What's up, man? What's up?
AKA Captain Kirk.
AKA Captain Kirk. That's it. We're in the yellow. You know what I'm saying? He's messing with green bitches.
He's definitely as dramatic as Captain Kirk, so I think that works.
Ooh, I like it. Oh, that's crazy, Jim. How can he do that? You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go, Captain Kirk.
Listen,
Captain
I'll
Kirk.
take all that. You know what I'm saying? Give me a Starship Enterprise.
There it is.
I'll leave y'all here on Earth. Destroy yourselves. I'll be out there among the stars.
Man.
Meeting up with alien girls. And
you and Uhura.
That's what I'm saying, man. Captain Kirk got all the green bitches, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Captain Kirk. You know, like, yeah, you get out there and, it expands expands your options. You get out there in the universe, you know what I'm saying?
You're all limited down here.
Big universe. All right, keeping it moving. Below me, we got my boy Ammar Kuba, aka King Kuba, aka Danny Ocean, aka the even greater Gatsby, aka Ammar Zan, aka
it's
Napoleon. You know what I'm saying? I was like, the Josephine thing. Have you guys seen the new Napoleon movie?
We haven't seen it yet, but she does.
People
I
feeling
heard it sucks.
AKA AK-47, AKA, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. You kind of messed up my.
I heard it's got a whole bad, I don't know.
What'd you hear about it?
Super well, the special effects were like just way over the top, and the battle scenes were terrible, and dude,
I heard
they kind of made Napoleon into like a bitch instead of anyways, I don't know.
I heard they didn't even bring Uncle Rico back.
Okay, Napoleon Dynamite. I get you. Okay, that's good. Hey,
throwing football.
Throwing footballs over our heads, obviously, because we're like,
way.
Like Uncle Rico. Napoleon's Uncle Rico. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, but yeah. So,
Uncle Rico.
Drew with the super negative review of a movie he hasn't seen. I dig that. You know what I'm saying? That's on brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, no doubt. All good.
You know what is good we've been watching is the new Squid Game. Man, I love that.
Yeah, like the reality show version. That one.
I only watched one episode, and I was like, I just don't get what people like about this shit. I watched that. I was like,
did you see the original one?
Thank you. Yes, I watched the first episode of the original one.
Oh,
and I was like, "This is
my god, bro!
the biggest thing I've ever watched in my life."
Give it another chance. It's
I got to watch that. I've never actually watched it.
Why? Like, what am I going to get out of this?
That's an interesting question. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking about so from a pop culture standpoint, you know what I mean? If that's like so,
I pretty much hate all pop culture, though.
Well, yeah, that again, I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not exactly
did you like?
jam.
Did you like Black Mirror?
Watch a couple episodes.
Okay,
I didn't watch Black Mirror.
I like the themes. You know what I mean? Like there's like some some of them have an underlying theme that I'm like, oh, that's interesting, make you think.
Well,
like,
especially Black
but most of
Mirror
it's just
has a lot of that. But
yeah.
so okay, so
What about Matlock, you old man?
Oh, I love Matlock.
He's like, yo,
Matlock
Murder
was
She
the
Wrote is
joint,
my
man.
jam.
I like
Like,
Murder She Wrote too.
No, he's a Magnum PI guy. Come on.
Love Magnum PI.
Oh, Magnum
love
PI
MacGyver.
is that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Love MacGyver. Love the A-Team.
The A-Team, yeah.
Yeah.
I pity the fool.
Wapner.
I pity the
Yeah,
fool.
all of it.
Wapner.
Yeah, Rain Man.
know.
I like it. We're like kind of like the A-Team right here. You know what I'm saying?
I like
So,
I like the Matrix, but only the original.
yeah. The
None
Matrix
of
was
that
a movie.
reloaded bullshit.
So real quick, The Matrix for me, the first one I thought was so amazing. You know, one of the best movies, probably a top 10 movie for me. And then I saw the second
Top 3.
one, and I saw the second one. I thought the second one was dope because I was expecting the third one to deliver. But it was the first time that I ever watched a collection of movies where when I saw the third one, I thought it was so bad that it made me hate the second one. I still love the first one as a standalone movie, but like I really liked the second one until I saw the third one, and then I was like, yo, the second one is bullshit too, because it was all just, you know, like the whole Zion, everything to me was all like it was a big old letdown. You know what I'm saying? I was very disappointed, you know, and then you got that rave scene, cave and the rave in the cave scene. It's like, now you jump, you know, now you jump. Like, fuck
Matrix
this
1
sucks.
was a documentary. Matrix 2, 3 were just like, just,
garbage.
you know, it was like stupid
Trash.
storyline. Yeah.
Trash. It was, you know, again, too smart for its own good. I'm like, oh, this is crazy, mind-blowing shit. Third one's going to be crazy. It's going to tie it all together. And then it was like, this is garbage. I feel bad for Keanu Reeves. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but all good. Again,
I'm not
first
sure
one.
I'd go so far as to say I feel bad for Keanu Reeves, but yeah.
Well, what
love
about
Keanu Reeves,
what about
man.
the sequel?
I love Keanu Reeves
on the
but,
bus.
you know,
That
like,
was amazing.
He got
The
paid.
sequel, what?
On the bus.
Sequel on the bus.
You remember that movie Speed?
Speed. Oh, yeah.
Speed.
Same thing. Was there a Speed
The second
too?
one was the exact same thing.
How do you get like back on the bus after the first time? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, we did this before already. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo, I just don't ride buses anymore. You know what I mean? Like, nah, it's the same shit. It's cool. Nah, don't worry about it. Like,
I couldn't believe they did a sequel of that. I'm like, how do you even like? Is it just a different route?
Yeah, and I think it was like Speed 2 Cruise Control. You know what I'm saying? They threw like an
At the end
extra
of the
like.
day, it's just a formula. You know what I mean? Like they don't need to make a good movie. They just need to make a title that people are going to say, "Oh, I got to go see that." You know what I mean? Like so, you know, basically anything that was like really popped off and has any opening for a second movie is going to have a second movie and a third.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just, I don't know. It just sucks. Just sucks.
It is tough to find.
I'm afraid that, like, you know, with AI becoming so dominant in content production now, like, you know, what people fail to realize is like, at least what we have today is not capable of producing like original creative thought. Like it can create a original image that is the combination of a bunch of elements of existing knowledge, images, you know, etc. But it can't create an original thought. And so, you know, we're going to get just like these splicings, I think, of just all the shit we've already seen and regurgitated. And, you know, and people are going to get lazy and they're not going to like produce original, critical thinking pieces.
I think they will
not to get too deep, Drew, but everything we think is not, in that regard, then is not an original thought because it's an amalgamation of every experience we've ever had and everything we've ever learned in order to create the thought that we just had.
Or you could also say, what came first, the chicken or the egg? You know what I'm saying? And really, it's got to be the egg because whatever hatched that egg really wasn't exactly a chicken. But then the chicken pops out of the egg, you know what I'm saying? So it's the egg, by the way. So mystery solved. You're welcome.
Yeah.
But no, I feel you, you know, I mean, we can get all existential and shit, you know what I'm saying? That was deep, Ogre, by the way. But you know, and you know, I agree that until they get to where they can pump out stuff that's really quality, like hopefully the audience, viewers as a whole reject. It's kind of like what you see with some of the Disney movie stuff happening. You know, they're the Marvel movies, like they're putting out many.
Go woke, go broke.
You know, I don't even think it's a woke thing as much as it's an issue about quality. It's quality content. No.
They're optimizing for the wrong variable. They're optimizing for, you know, I don't know. I'm not even gonna go
Optimizing
down
for
that
the wrong
path. You're
audience, I think,
optimizing
is really
some
the is
bullshit.
well, time out. But let me make
Not
my
the stuff I'm
point.
trying to optimize my children for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you.
no, thank you.
I feel you. But what I'm saying is to me, it's the fact that they had a really good thing with what they did with Marvel, you know, all the way up through Infinity War and you know, and New Guardians of the Galaxy was really good and some of the stuff. But a lot of what they're doing is just this regurgitated sequel, just keep popping out stuff on it, almost like an assembly line.
Re-optimized for, you know, a different
a different society. But
purpose.
I think, look, man, again, my point is setting that aside, it's about the idea that it's not quality content with original thought. It's a lot of regurgitated, hey, we're going to do this based on a formula. And people are starting to reject that shit because people are saying, look, like, that's just not good enough. You know what I mean? And I think that's the bigger issue. So anyway, with that, let's keep it moving because this is
the sun's out.
Yo, I love that, man. That was a vibe, by the
out.
way. That was a vibe, you know? All right, well, good stuff. The sun's out, guns out. Let's go. Yeah. So that's segment one, man. Welcome to the show. Let's go. Let's do a little domain game. I know Adam's got a bit of a hard stop here, so we, you know, shortly after 10. First of all, happy birthday, Adam. Happy birthday. I know it was technically yesterday, but Billy, give us some stuff. Don't copyright infringe anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't think we can see.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Oh man, I woke up.
Man. People pay extra for that, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, he's got the zipper about 3/4 right now.
3/4, man. I'm curious to see, is it going to go up or down as the show goes? I guess it'll depend on what kind of show it is. You know, it's it can go one to
but
two.
He's got a t-shirt on underneath. I was hoping to see some, you know, some Manscaped there.
It's cold. It's cold right now. It's cold.
Yeah, when Manscaped, you know, comes and gives us a sponsorship, you know what I mean? I'll start wearing the, you know, top 3-4 buttons open. You know what I mean?
Open and with Manscaped, like the logo, like in the chest hair shaved, you know, with the shaver. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
I like it. See the opportunity. Don't say we're not monetizing.
Truth is, I bought a Manscaped once, and the thing was garbage. That shit was like absolute pure garbage. I think I used it twice, threw it away.
You know,
I mean,
and when I say throw it away,
this is the opposite of an ad. Then we're like,
we don't want to get into details, but I have a Manscaped also, and I think it works great. So I don't know which one you're using.
Look at that, you know.
Yeah, I got grizzly bear hair, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so tell you on Instagram, I actually saw something that I thought about buying but didn't because all the comments talked about how bad it was, and it was it was a meat thermometer, right? Which is but it works with your phone, so you put it into the meat. You know, I know, right? Super random, right? But you like put it in the meat, and then it tells you on your phone the temperature of it, right? Like, I just feel like that's
the best meat thermometer, I think, is like this MK something or other. I can send you a link. It works. It's all the.
Please do, because I'm in the market in the holiday season for a meat thermometer. Obviously, you know what I'm saying.
and this is relevant to Drew's manscaping somehow.
Yeah.
Well, we're now talking about products, things that we like or we don't like.
Keep it moving. Nobody's here for this.
I don't know what they're here for, man. But like I say on every show, not on every show, but like I've said on shows previously, hey, if anybody has a problem or doesn't feel like we're delivering the proper amount of content and valuable content, then just hit us up. We'll get you a refund on what you paid for the show. So I got you, dog. Hit me up at go@fuckyourself.com, baby. Hit me up at go@fuckyourself.com. Anyway. All right. Well, look, let's slide into segment 2. Let's slide into.
Speaking of go fuck yourself, though, Drew, you should hit up Elon and ask him if he wants to use that email. Did you hear about his? He told everybody to go fuck themselves.
I know. Go. Yeah. Did you see somebody forwarded fuckyourself.com to a special website?
Oh, I did not see that.
You should check it out.
I think
I don't know who that was though.
Some dick fuck.
Unclear. Hi, Bob. All right, let's keep it moving though, man. Let's get rocking on segment 2. We got the domain game. Adam, you got to buy, you got to sell. You want to play the game? What you got going on, bro?
Yeah. So I'm not gonna do a sale.
All right.
I'm gonna do a buy.
All right.
I haven't been buying lately, so I'm just kind of getting my dipping my toes back in the water and just kind of.
Woo!
Okay.
How's
Yeah,
that
but
water? Is it warm?
This is like GoDaddy, auctions and stuff like that. That's where I go by, right? So
Okay.
this one is it's kind of a weird one, but I was watching like a TikTok thing, and so anyway, it's
Oh, that's dangerous.
golfcops.com. Golfcops.com.
Golf cops.
Like that Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah, mall cops. Yeah.
Mall cop, yeah.
What is a
Golf
golf cop?
cop.
We're gonna talk about that. But,
Golf cops. I mean, I don't know. This is a buy?
Yes, sir.
all right.
What was that domain? Why you got? Oh, okay. You ready? Sorry.
All right. Three.
Mar, you
two-
ready?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, dude.
All right. So Drew's got $12. I've got $69.
I'm talking closeouts.
And Ammar's
Close out.
got $190.
GoDaddy
Right now.
auctions have been stupid. So that's
Right
why
now we're trying to just right now this is more of like, hey, where did he buy it, not what did he pay for it, right?
Correct.
Like he did say GoDaddy, so
GoDaddy.
I know, and so Drew went with closeout price. I went with the $69 NameJet auction price, and Ammar went with the auction price with a little bit of competition. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a platform agnostic for Ammar.
with huge domains bidding against.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. So you say huge domains off the drop. So what do we got?
It was just a new reg, so
Drew gets it.
I don't even know why I bought it, because I was looking through my stuff. Going,
come on, man.
Do I got any new registrations? I haven't had them forever, so I sorted by new registrations and found it. I know I was watching some sort of TikTok video
You
or
played
some
golf
Instagram.
with someone and they cheated, and you were like, "Yo, we need golf cops."
Golf cops, exactly.
There's actually Golf Police is registered. Golf Singular is registered, so I was like, okay, maybe I had some sort of other reason for buying
golf cops. That's like one where it's like, man, I got so high last night, and I don't remember.
Yeah, you were hitting that bar a little too hard.
Yeah,
here's a question.
He is literally like he is checking in with the bar in the background. So I think that's.
Should I go back to retirement, or I mean, like,
no. So
hang it up.
On that note, we've all done those kind of registrations. How long before you drop it?
12 months probably.
No, he's never gonna drop it.
That takes me years.
He's never gonna go in and okay, this one. No, it's just
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
a permanent renewal forever now.
But
I don't
the
think
best
so.
is
I think
when,
Jen's gonna clean that shit out. She's gonna be like, hell no. You know, what is this?
Yeah.
So I've had those kind of things, and then the best is when those actually sell. So like when you drop it down to $99, you're like, okay, I'm gonna drop this, and then it sells, and I'm like, who the fuck actually bought this name, and what are they gonna do with it? That's
right.
Golf cops. I don't even know.
Golf cops.
I don't even know.
Bad boys.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when golf cops come for you? Golf cops. What you
Take out that 9-iron.
There you go. Yeah, like we packing the 9-iron. Yeah, I don't know. All of a sudden, it's starting to round into focus. You talk about new content, unique original content. Golf cops.
There you go.
I'm so much stupider than I was about 20 minutes ago.
Paul Blart, golf cop.
like Seth Rogen and Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying?
Next, who's up?
Golf cops.
Ammar, what you got?
No, it's you, dude. You're up.
Oh, it's me? Okay. All right. I got a sale.
Try to be golf cops.
Oh, okay. Is it? Am I going to be allowed to participate? Let's see.
Little sale. alphax.com.
Only boo. Not boo because of the sale. I'm very happy about the sale, but boo because I can't participate. But alphax.com. Alpha X. Which is a dope name, by the way. Alpha X.
Okay. So this is me and Ammar.
Golf cops.
Just you and Ammar.
Just you two. It's a 2-horse race.
I'm ready.
Right. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, 1 horse, 1 donkey.
Oh, I got to get it in front of my
Ooh,
face.
$24.99, $24,995. Oh. So for those of you who are listening, not watching, Ammar's got $24,995. Adam's got $24,999. Could I tell him who
Price
won?
is right.
Could I tell him?
That $4 is gonna cost you.
It's gonna cost you big, son.
$93,000.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good
Yeah.
sale.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Well,
Why
can you
93?
give us some insight what you bought it for?
Well,
You want to talk about it?
We bought it for $2,500 about 2 years ago.
Why?
And well, I like names that end in X. I've got a lot of them actually. I've always loved the letter X. I've always loved the letter X.
Domain X, baby.
Always, yeah. Domain X. I've got a lot of names with X. I was back when I was going heavy on 3 letters and 2 letters. My preferred letter for the end was always X. But anyways, yeah. We got to 93. The guy started out with like $5,000. I didn't counter him. I just said, we'd be in the 6 figures. And then he came back. He said $10,000. I said, no, look, you got to be in the 6 figures. I think he came back with 20. And I said, 125, I'll do it. And then he came back with 50. And I said, sorry, I told you it's 125. And he came back at 75. And I was like, almost going to do it. And then I said, sorry, you got to get closer to the 125.
Then you zipped
it
down a little bit.
And he went to 93, which is such a weird number. But it was funny. I kind of, it was like, all right, 100 was kind of like the number. I was like, all right, I'll take 100. And he was at 93, and I was like, 93 is such a weird number for him to have landed on that I was like, all right, this, most likely the guy would probably go to 100 if I like counted with 100. But at the same time, like 93 is such a weird number for him to just pull out of a hat that I was like, maybe there's some weird constraint. And I was like, we're close enough. I'm going to just, leave a little meat on the bone for the dude and just take it.
That's a good sale. That's a good sale. I wonder if it's this Alpha X Decision Science.
No idea.
They're using Alpha XDS. See, it seems like a type of AI name.
Yeah.
Right. There's a bunch of Alpha X's. So
yeah,
there's a lot.
Who doesn't want some alpha?
It's good that it ends in the prefix word or whatever you want to say ends with an A because it looks like Alphax, which kind of gives it a little bit.
Which gives it nothing.
Yeah. No, if it was like it makes it pronounceable as Alphax or whatever. Okay. I mean, you could say Alpha X or Alphax.
I actually think that's
like the duck on Aflac.
That's a negative.
Aflac.
No. It looks, in terms of graphically speaking, it looks better. I don't know.
Aesthetically.
Yeah.
Alphax.
As one word.
Hey, go to alphax.com.
I was like, oh, should we?
My turn.
All right, cool. So the point goes to Adam. So
no. Fuck that.
So now, Ammar, it's you. And
so
if Adam or Drew gets the point, the domain game is over right now. It's a 2-horse race into the final.
Since we did a .org last time, let's do it again. And 11th hour.
You're like, oh, what does that have to do with anything?
Today is like the day of like trying to justify things with absolutely no real.
This might be the last domain game of the year, if not forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good. It's all good.
Come on. The domain game is a valuable element of the domain Sherpa. People like to know what got bought, what got sold. People like that.
You're right. Maybe we can start building up around go ahead. We'll
11thhour.org.
Oh, 11thhour.org. This is a sale?
Sale.
All right. And
why did you own 11thhour.org?
That's a good question.
Why do you own Mall Cop? From Mall Cop. So is it 11th
hour?
Out? Is it 11th
hour,
spelled?
No, spelled out. 11th hour. All spelled out.
Really?
Yeah.
Double H then.
Do you know how to spell 11?
All right. Enough of your nonsense.
11th hour. That's a long domain. And .org.
Wait, you spell out 11th?
With alternatives.
Hold on. So
all right, 11thhour.org.
You sold it?
I'm right.
I sold it.
All right, 11thhour.org.
Oh wait, I'm changing mine. Drew gave some smugness that made me change mine.
Oh, don't let the smugness throw you off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't let the 5A fool you.
Drew came out of the womb smug.
All right, ready?
Let's go. Middle name.
Flip it.
I got it. Yep.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
okay. Look at this.
Adam
Close
got
again.
I'm at $14.99. Drew is what? $74.95?
Yeah.
And Adam's at 75.
$78.95. $78.95. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So Adam's at 7,500 and Drew's at 78.
Look.
78.95. No, we're just seeing your lock screen.
There you go.
78.95. All right, fair enough.
No, I didn't change it. It was locked.
You just did a plus. You just did a plus 400. I saw that.
Yeah, that was quick. That was like if you ever saw the movie.
Do that math so fast.
It's like if you ever seen the movie The Departed, which is one of my favorite movies, also by the way. There's a scene where Matt Damon.
Banderas.
What?
Who's The Departed?
The Departed, man. It's the Boston mobsters, Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Dude, they down Providence. They shout out Rhode Island a bunch and that shit. I thought that would be your
we the most mobbed up place in the world, man.
That's what I'm saying. Down Providence, you know what I'm saying? That's what. So
I wish we'd bring the mob back in Rhode Island. We wouldn't have so much crime anymore. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, man, when the mob was really holding court in Providence, like dude, nothing happened. If you were on Federal Hill in Providence, Rhode Island, like you could walk down the street with a string of hundreds trailing behind you and nobody would even look at you twice to take your money. Like today, they'll just come and shoot you in your car, shoot old ladies in the car and take the purse. Like, it's crazy.
Times have changed. But anyway, there's a point in the movie where Matt Damon's got to like text the dude and he's like literally texts from his pocket, you know? And I always thought, man, like, no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like if I can't even find my keys in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Let alone like, I'm going to text you words from a flip phone. Fuck off.
All right. I highly recommend a recent podcast interview that Tim Ferriss did with a guy named Apollo. What's his last name? Apollo. Let's see real quick. Tim Ferriss, Apollo. Apollo Robbins, the world's most famous pickpocket, is the name of the podcast.
Ooh,
it is so interesting and horrifying what this guy is capable of. Like the shit that he's pulled off is insane. It's one of the most entertaining podcasts I've listened to in a very long time. It is so good. This dude is literally able to basically just jack you, anybody. He pickpocketed Secret Service agents when they knew that was his intended, like they literally knew that's what he was going to do, and he was still able to do it without them knowing. Crazy.
Is that one that's better to watch on video or?
Well, so I don't know that the interview itself matters, but there's also a post-interview video, where he actually demonstrates this on Tim. And that's worth watching too.
Yeah, nice.
But it's so good, so good. Wait, I tell you what, you're going to be like, oh wow, I'm not. You know, it's going to give you a whole new sort of view on like walking through the city with your shit. You know, like I was like, okay, I'm not wearing an expensive watch anymore. Like I don't know, I'm going to put my wallet in like my underwear. Like I don't know, I don't.
Yeah. This guy, well, you don't keep your wallet in your underwear already? You know what I'm saying? That's my wallet. But yeah, that's some crazy stuff. Well, all right. So where are we at? Oh, I think Ammar, you never even told us what you sold the name for. So
right. So Drew's adding 400 won't matter. You got it right. It's $24.90. It was a bin.
Boom. I actually was gonna have $24.99. So all right, so that's what's up. So how much did you buy? Will you go through that quick? And then actually, Ammar, I'm gonna have to ask you to drop another name because we're gonna have a three-way tie that you got to break for us.
Okay. So I paid $69 for it. It was a drop. And to answer your question, I have no idea why I would like 11thhour.com is good. The .org, I'd have no idea. It was probably a long, long time ago.
And this is
crazy as somebody paid $2,500 to be honest.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Well, because it's spelled out. It's ELEVENTHHOUR.org, right?
I wonder if maybe it's the people that let's see. Is there who's
I just need to confirm
not spelled out?
But let me tell you something. That domain has gotten inquiries. Like I had gotten a $1,000 offer, I think, a few years back, and so
there's nobody even on like the. What's funny though? If you don't spell it out, then it's got that double H problem with the TH and then the hour.
Well, it has a double H problem no matter what, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, double H problem no matter what.
No, but it registered in
double H problem no matter what.
It's got a lot of uses. If you go, it's got 11th hour designs, 11th hour solutions, 11th hour affair, 11th hour agency. There's a shit ton of usage.
Yeah, no, hey, look, and I think the most interesting thing is you saying that you've gotten inquiries on it before, which, we've got fantastic names that nobody seems to ever hit us up on. And it's like really surprising because you're like, shit, and then that's a question of, okay, how are we putting this, how are we putting it out there in the universe? Right. And,
right.
But yeah, look, I mean, I think
so that's one of those things I think where you can learn something from this example is 2,500 is a number that's, not so big that, somebody won't buy it. Right. Even if it's, so I think that if you're those kind of names, I think 2,500 is the sweet spot, right?
I actually almost had $24.99 as my guess, but then I'm like, it's got the double H problem.
Yeah,
it's got
and I'm surprised that Drew and Adam both said 7,500-ish, considering they were talking shit about the name.
I know they went heavy, man. They were really all, I was surprised. All right, well, if you have another one, we can break this three-way tie and crown a champion today.
Sure, let's do a buy.
All right.
Lovelockets.com.
Okay. All right, we gotta wait for
it. So what is it?
Lovelockets.com.
Love Lockets. All right. Love Locket.
Lovelockets.com.
All right.
All right, this is it. This is for the win. So someone's about to win the domain game today, folks, on lovelockets.com. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, flip. Oh, wow.
Damn.
Okay. All right,
it was a good
timeout. I got $4.99. Adam's got 3,750, and Drew had what? 4,000 what?
$8.95.
4,895.
So keeps putting the squeeze on.
Right. This was a GoDaddy auction, and I paid $9.14.
Oh, it was a.
Oh wait, wait. This was a buy.
I thought it was a.
I'm sorry. You guys aren't paying any attention. And JT comes in and wins the last episode of the domain game ever here on DomainSherpa. It's only appropriate. You know what I'm saying? That I'm the winner.
I said,
yeah.
I said, wait, we can't get rid of the domain game.
The champion. No, we're not. But it's just good that I won.
He's making these unilateral, ridiculous statements.
Just say what I want, man. I can do whatever I want. I'm a champ. You know what I'm saying?
He's one of these guys that thinks there's no, there's no such thing as truth.
All right.
Have you guys seen this crazy story that this like the house blew up in outside of DC, Arlington, Virginia? This dude's house, like I don't know, the police showed up with a warrant, and they're like approaching the house, and the entire house blows up. This like happened this morning, I think, or yesterday.
Oh shit,
that's crazy.
It's crazy. It's
was
like
it Matt?
And it's video. The whole thing's on video.
But I mean, was that
because you are currently online surfing the web while we're doing the show, or is it something that I did in my celebrating made you hope my house blows up?
I saw this earlier, and then
kind of curious where that came from.
Popped up on my other screen, like on Twitter.
What was it about my behavior that made you think about a house blowing up? Is really what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that seems a little concerning. But hey, man, I feel that is crazy stuff. So, but well, it's a crazy world out there. But one thing is, that I can say is, I'm the champ. And so for that feels good. And I want to thank everybody who supported me along the way. You all weren't with me in the gym when I was putting in that work, but you know what I mean? That's what it takes. It was what it takes to be a champ. All right. Segment 1 is in the books. The main game is a wrap. In case anybody's just tuning in right now, I just won it. So it's pretty awesome.
All right.
Sudden death over time.
MediaOptions is the industry's leading domain broker specializing in domain acquisitions, high-value domain sales, and domain name consultation. As pioneers and thought leaders on the subject of the domain aftermarket and domain name value, plus through their clear domain acquisition service, MediaOptions offers startups and established corporations an unparalleled scope of high-value domain options, providing access to domain names and curation technologies not available elsewhere. MediaOptions believes in the power of a great domain name and is dedicated to helping you obtain yours. Call or email today to put a domain to work for you.
And then we'll slide NameJetGonnaJet, sponsored by our friends at NameJet. All right, let's talk real quick about how this works. This is we got the list. If you go to DomainSherpa.com, you can pull up the list of the domains that we're going to look at and see which names the Sherpas like, what names they don't like. On that list, we've got some data, including the SBOT valuation. Take those with a grain of salt, as well as how many bids as of the day we record, when the auction, the
4 grains of salt.
Take it with many grains of salt. Take it with a salt mine. But go grab the list. It got some links, as well as some other data as well. Hopefully that is helpful, but not as helpful as all of us going through the list right now and doing the thing. So, all right.
Having some technical difficulties.
Hey, Drew, why don't you go first, since Adam's got some technical difficulties happening? What do you think as far as the list? Don't go crazy, because there's 15 names, so you can talk about 5 before we move it along.
Wait, what?
Drew is like so deep in this DC story or something, or like, you know what I'm saying? Or are you looking at the new Cybertruck? Where are we at with it? Ammar, what do you think of the Cybertruck, real quick? Not to jump on a tangent, but I'm curious about your.
Ammar loves it.
I think it's cool. But you're only buying that if you just want attention, right? You're not buying it because it's useful or because it's fucking.
I don't know. I'm on the fence, man.
I disagree entirely. I mean, that might be why a lot of people buy it. I'd be buying it because it's bulletproof.
I mean, it's diesel.
You can make
man.
anything bulletproof.
It's not bulletproof.
I know, but
windshields are not bulletproof.
I watched
I've
very disturbing video where a bunch of AI robots with Tommy guns just open fired on that thing, and it looked pretty damn bulletproof to me.
My thing that I thought was awesome was that it beat a Porsche in a race while towing a Porsche.
Can we just have a consensus, though, that there's a lot of debate about regulating AI and what we should do and what we shouldn't do. And when I saw that video of AI robots shooting this thing with a Tommy gun, like one AI robot drives the Cybertruck up, which was already disturbing. And then the other AI robot with the cowboy hat unloads a Tommy gun onto it. And then the AI robot driver, who we didn't know was a robot at the time that the Tommy gun got unloaded on the Cybertruck, gets out of the Cybertruck. And it was kind of clear to me, okay, there was this line in the sand of what we can do with AI, what we shouldn't do. And it was this is over that line. You know what I mean? AI robots with Tommy guns. I think, can we have a general consensus that that's not where we should be going? That's probably
tell me, would
training
you have been
AI robots to shoot Tommy guns at passenger vehicles? Yeah. I'm gonna, maybe it's a stretch, but I think that's probably over the line of what we want. Would
you have been that much more surprised, considering how surprised you were watching that video, if the fucking robot just turned to the cameraman and just started shooting him. You know what I'm saying? Because at what point
I was thinking to myself, because there's the one guy, he's like the handler, right? He's like the AI robot handler, and he's the one that hands the cowboy hat to the robot before he starts opening fire with the Tommy gun. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, yeah, there's like a 98% chance that within the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to hear about that guy getting shot by the AI
100%,
robot. You know what I mean? Like, that's clearly going to happen.
Yeah.
You know,
dude, we can't even give Alec Baldwin a gun and not kill somebody. So.
Oh snap! Wow.
I mean, no, really. Like, I mean, I think like super.
My problem is that like just basic like technology stuff just doesn't really work great. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
I'm so not okay.
My
with
phone
any of this.
freezes.
I'm really
you know
not.
what I'm saying? My like my GoPro camera like fucking shuts off randomly. Like, okay, yeah, but here you go, machine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean. Like, as wild as it was, like all the action that happened in that video, I actually wouldn't even have been that surprised if the fucking thing turned around and just shot up to the camera guy on some like, yeah, today's that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna begin this revolution now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I hope they do it sooner than later, because like the later that it gets, the more advanced and dangerous they are. At least if they do it sooner, it's like maybe we still have a chance, you know? So,
yeah. I mean, this is unpopular opinion, but I'd prefer if nobody had guns. But
well, that's a whole nother conversation. You know what I'm saying? So
go back to, you know.
So.
That's you know, it's not an unpopular opinion. It's just not a realistic opinion, because I would love to have the whole world without guns. But as long as there's one gun in the world, then I think everybody should have guns. Everybody, it's not, you know,
crazy
diagnosed with a mental disorder and demonstrating, you know, irrational behavior.
Robots can throw rocks pretty fast too.
True, but
that's the thing, man. It's like people, you know, it's like everything's a weapon. Everything's a weapon. It ain't about the weapons. It's about the people. You know what I mean? And then, you know, and then being about the people is one thing. And then it's like, oh, we're handing this over to, you know, software-driven, faulty logic AI robots. Oh yeah, great idea.
Fuck it, man. Fuck it. You know, I think it's all like look, I think sensible regulation at the end of the day, you know, makes sense. But you know, let's not turn into this, because you know what else is a very dangerous weapon in the right hands? A good domain name. And
sure is. It sure is.
Let's get into the list. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. All right. So Drew, what do you like? What don't you like on the list? NameJetGonnaJet. He says what? I'm gonna like. Yeah, no, I like to shut him down. I'm just gonna shut him down. I don't care. Today's the day.
I like. Okay, I like these. I like Saba.com. I love that name. I just think it's a super cool brand. Saba.
Yeah.
I feel like it even means something. Saba. It sounds like super intelligent. Like I kind of want my nickname to be Saba. Call me Saba.
There's a rap.
I actually really like that name a lot. And then I like RAR, RAAR. And I like Taboola, which I think is even a name.
It's a word.
Taboola name one.
I just had to look it up too. It's an actual word.
Yeah, and there's actually a pretty popular software product called Taboola, which uses Taboola.technology. Yeah, extracting tables from PDFs. It's you know, then there's a game called Taboola. Like there's
probably not that intelligent.
Well, maybe they haven't gotten funded yet.
What'd you say?
No,
Taboo. He's like, oh, it could be taboo. Hey,
no.
He's gonna come up with like the most
tabula, like tabulate.
Yeah, tabula. Isn't that what we said? No, you know, when you get into like how people say words and stuff, you know, so
it's
tabuya.
It's etymologies from Latin meaning board or tablet.
Yeah, it basically like tablet, table. You know what I'm saying? There's some dope connotation in there. I like that a lot. So, all right, so a name like
those are the names I like.
So Tabula, right? What do you pay for that in auction? What are you trying to do with that? Paying $5,000?
We went from Taboola to Tabula.
Tabula.
It's-
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
a,
if my
I'm just saying
opinion
that
is going to be.
yeah, no, I like that better. That
uh,
was good. That one was good. Your Alpha X to Alpha X or whatever you said, I didn't agree with. But your Tabula, like,
So,
lexicon
my view on
changes.
what you want to pay in auction for these names is kind of like Ammar's view that the world should be without guns. It's just not realistic. I want to pay like under $1,000 for tabula.com, but like that's just probably not going to happen, right? But I wouldn't feel super comfortable paying more than that, you know. Saba.com, different story. I'd probably, I'd certainly pay up to like probably 15 for that.
Really?
And that may or may not be realistic either. I don't know. RAAR, I want to be like $3,000 for that, $5,000, under 5.
Yeah.
Closer to 3.
That's all. Yeah, that's all. I like that. That's all makes sense to me. So, and
But
in line with
I don't
what
know.
would
I mean, these days, I 99% of the auctions I bid on, I get outbid.
Yeah.
Speaking of auctions, really quick, and we'll keep the list going, but the .ai auctions. Now, real quick, I want to plug. We got a show coming up next week. Next
Can we
week
talk
we got
about
a show
that after we get through this? I mean, was there a reason to plug that in the middle of the?
because I remembered it now. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do this by way of I'm not organized enough.
That's
where
why
I've got
most
a plan of
podcast
what I'm going to
hosts
say.
keep notes. You know what I mean? That's
and
notes.
when you meet one, you let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to hire him or her. You know what I'm saying? All right, fine. We'll talk about that in the next thing coming up. But yeah. So stay tuned because there's something cool coming up. So all right, Ammar, what do you like or don't like?
So, similar to Drew, I think there's a few that I like. I just don't know that they're going to have a lot of value, right? So I like Hyperfocus. I like Child Prodigy. I like Keep Running. I just don't know that those are going to give you great returns. Ski Lodge, great name, but so I'm more with Drew on the ones that are probably going to have upside, the Tabula, Saba. I don't love RAR because of the RAAR. Right.
It has a meaning though, it's like there's like an urban dictionary or it's something related to, there's like a,
no, I like it. And I like the symmetry of it. I like that. That would look really, really good
it's like SAS.
Yeah. It looks really good. Wilf, I don't know what the fuck a Wilf is, but it's something I'd like
All right,
to
well, you mentioned enough, so slow down. We're gonna talk about
In your case, it's a wolf.
It's a wolf. Yeah, wolf. And and that's cool. That's okay. So you mentioned a few others. Let's talk about those. Wookie. I don't know. Woman. It's woman. It's just woman, dog. It's just woman. We good. You know what I'm saying? We're keeping it appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Come for the political commentary, but stay for the inappropriate domain talk. So Keep Running. I think that I'm with you. I like it. I think all these are worth bids, right? It's just a question of how much. And we say it a lot, you make money on the buy, not on the sell. I think all these.
What's the Johnny Walker Keep Walking, right? Johnny Walker Keep Walking.
Well, Keep Running though, I think is cool. Keep Running sounds like an easily Nike campaign. There's a whole lot of that easily could be a running athletic type store. So.
It's the Johnny Walker and Nike collab.
Bunch of drunk motherfuckers just running and drinking.
Keep
running, keep drinking, keep walking, keep drinking.
The Johnny Walker half marathon.
I like that, man. I like that. But you mentioned a couple others that are cool. Hyperfocus, to me, I really like that. I see that for in some kind of crypto design development, web, a couple of things. And then
I don't know what that has to do with crypto, but I like the name.
But it's capped.
Cool. It's just
the upside is capped.
Yes.
They're great names. But
so what are you paying for those? You trying to pay $500? If you can get them for $500, do you take them? Is that too much?
I don't think you can get it for $500, but I'd probably pay $2,500 for Hyperfocus. I'd probably pay $2,500 to $5,000 for Child Prodigy. Try $2,500 because, like I said, it's a great name, but I don't know what you do with it.
Super Captain. Yeah. What do you do? What do you do with Child Prodigy?
It's
you know,
just
making
such a,
your
but I mean, it's
like
a
I might get it
great
for my kid. It's gonna be my kid's email address.
No, it would be a learning program.
Yes,
For
it would
kids.
definitely be. It would 100% be learning. You know, but because here's the thing: everybody wants their kids to be successful, and people are willing to spend a lot of money on, especially when you get into education, tutoring, like those kinds of things. You know, and you know, but it's a pretty pretentious. Like, if you're a company, you're really leaning into like, ooh, like
I disagree. I think it's a good flex if you're a company. I think it's a good name for a learning thing, but now that I'm talking myself into it, I think I might buy it.
Yeah, now it just went up. The price of a brick just went up right there.
But yeah, but like we're all agreeing, I think keep running, hyper focus, good names, but they're capped.
Okay.
Right? So
right.
I don't think you want to pay probably more than $1,000.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think that's good stuff. All right. Adam. What
Fabulous, buddy.
You did, yeah. Taboola.
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 New co-in.
Oh, Nuco in.
What?
It's an Indian new company. I like it.
Yeah.
He's talking about
and
new coin, but the way he
yeah, yeah. And I like B and together. Yeah. Ski Lodge. Here's the ones I don't like. How about, since you guys have covered pretty much everything? I hate Ski Lodge. Hate it.
Really?
I hate real estate inspection.
Is that just because it was Howard Noy's domain?
Do what?
Why don't you like Ski Lodge?
It looks like it was Howard Noy's name.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no.
Howard Noy. I think it.
Yeah.
Why don't you like Ski Lodge?
Noy, even if he doesn't know it.
What are you gonna do with it?
What are you gonna? I don't know. Well, I mean, that's easily a great name for a bar up on a mountain or like you know. So I mean, there's a lot of you. I think that's a great name.
Great name for a bar up on a mountain. Like, what do you think the upper limit on the value of that?
No, hey, I just said there's a fucking upper limit, dude. We're agreeing an upper limit, but it's a great name. Those are two separate things.
Yeah.
So you got
Skilodge.com is a great name. It could be a clothing line for winter sports.
No,
yes, it could be. It could be the athleisure of for skiing and snowboarding. Come on, that's a good name. And I'm buying that shit now.
Ski Lodge. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think you're right. I think it's so generic. It's so generic that an actual ski lodge can't really use it, but it could be used for ski related stuff.
This is a great name. I bet you that's a good fucking name. I'm buying.
Are you gonna tell me real estate inspections a good name too?
Yeah, I think that's a good name.
It
also has an upper limit, but
okay, these are the bottom of this list, I think, though. Like, I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. I don't care for new coin either. I
Coin is not good.
I get the
no,
crypto
new coin's
angle.
horrible.
Yeah, I get the crypto angle, but that's about it. But
it's a terrible name.
No coin would be better.
I think I have Nevercoin.
Nevercoin. I like that. We could do that. $ never. That could work. I could see that getting some legs as a meme coin. Let's go. Nevercoin. Never.
I mean,
people buying Jesus coin right now out here. They got Jesus and they got baby Jesus coin. You know what I'm saying? So
tiny baby Jesus.
It'd be easier to talk about what don't they have.
Yeah, right. So Adam, go ahead. You were saying?
No, I was just saying that it's a good list. I mean,
well, all these lists. I mean, this wasn't as
There's
good.
only one coin that matters.
Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, but it's boring. It's boring. The B in Bitcoin stands for boring. We want shit coins. I wanted something that's going to 300,000 X.
You want your money to be boring. It's precisely what you want from your money, is to be boring. That's exactly what you want.
No, I mean, I actually am with you, and I agree. It is. It's like set it and forget it. You know what I'm saying? Just keep pumping in and just buy, hold, and then be patient.
Greatest savings technology ever created by.
Yeah, just be patient. That's it, man. You just, no matter how much Bitcoin you have, you don't have enough, unless maybe if you're Michael Saylor, but
Yeah.
So, but if you have Bitcoin, you don't have enough. If you don't have Bitcoin, go get some Bitcoin. But so real quick on the list, there were a couple of things though that some names I like that you guys didn't mention. And this list isn't as good as the list on the last show when we were on. I think that was with Larry. That had some pretty good. There were some really good names. This has less of those like big ones, but I think all the names are worth a bid, as we say. Obviously if they weren't,
as you say.
It wouldn't even be put on the list. Well, they're all worth at least $69, but the Webcraft.
New coin.
Webcraft. Do you guys like Webcraft at all? If you're like a web designer,
I mean, it's one of those. It's a lottery ticket name. It's like, it's a pretty much a worthless name, but you can imagine that somebody, web design company could be called Webcraft. It's not a bad. It's a good brand for a web design company, right?
Yeah, I like it, but
be
I
a
agree.
$5 to $15,000 name, maybe even 25. So the perfect hands.
Yeah, but I agree. But that's what it's maxed out at. So it's like you really can't spend thousands of dollars buying that name because you're barely going to make thousands of dollars selling that name. But I do think that name in the right hands. If you're a web design company and your Webcraft is your brand, that's a pretty dope brand.
Good brand. Business. Yeah, good brand. Yep.
And I think there's a few of those on here. Audio Pros. If you're a local, audio company, your name's Audio Pros, and you've got AudioPros.com as opposed to Audio Pros Jacksonville or Audio Pros Georgia or something like that. Like, AudioPros.com is a badass name to have if you're an audio video company.
Right.
That could even be a national brand. But I think
there's an Audio Pros in every city, so it's one of those things. Again, these are all, a lot of them are really good names.
A lot of cities have Audio Pro, like an Audio Pros. I think that's pretty common.
Yeah.
So
sure.
And then lab supplies, I guess, some similar. So. All right, well, cool. So the list is a solid list, without too many real killers, but there's definitely some opportunity there. But, be cautious as to what you are paying and don't overpay. Auctions can get kind of crazy. So let's slide into segment 4, which is, grand closing, where we can talk about anything that we haven't already talked about, because I got a couple of things on my list, and we've got about 9 minutes and counting before we close up shop.
Well, you got a list now?
I got a list. Yeah, I got a list. I wrote it up after Drew yelled at me for not having a list. I'm like, now I got a list. I got paper. Let's go. I always had a list. I just like to act like I'm too cool for it. But no, a couple of things. So I was mentioning the auctions, the .ai auctions that all closed yesterday. There was some pretty crazy stuff that Engage.ai, Prediction.ai, right? There was a Covenant.ai, I think were a few. But Engage was well up over
Convergent.
Oh, was it Convergent? Yeah. And Engage closed over 50, right? Did it close over 60? Do you know what it closed at?
I was watching and then I stopped because it just kept going. I'm so tired of these bots that they just keep extending it by the minimum bid every hour.
Well, and that's what's crazy about that platform, man. Because we've dealt with it, when I used to run NameJet, like trying to figure out, all right, timing wise, what's the right, in order to make sure that there's a flow. Because people just start, they're like, I'm out. Especially if you expect human beings to pay attention, and from what I could tell, the way the AI, the Dynadot backend thing works is like it literally pushes it 30 minutes to 60 minutes every time.
It's
60 minutes every time. Dude, like what is
within
that?
The last hour?
It's
it pushes
crazy.
it an hour, I think, and then if it's not within the last hour, it pushes it 30 minutes, something like that.
It's crazy, man. I was like, another hour? Like, you kidding me? So anyway, but I thought that the results were pretty wild. We're going to talk about that more.
But you know what
week.
It does? There's a lot of variables in this stuff and trying to game theorize it. But probably, so what it does for me is it forces me to just throw down whatever my highest proxy bid is, just out the gate, throw it down. And so ultimately, they probably do lose some bidders, but most of the bidders that are losing are probably less serious. And the people that are serious are probably either going the distance, which I think is probably, only a few. And then the rest of the serious bidders are just throwing down their highest proxy, which is ultimately what, the best thing for the platform.
Yeah. So, we'll talk more about that and just the way the AI auctions work and all that good stuff. So next week, I want to hype up the show. We're going to have the Booth brothers on. We're gonna have the .ai, the battle, if you will. It's gonna go down. We're gonna have it out right here on Sherpa. I don't know. It's really not that crazy, or confrontational. But I feel like I need to pump it up so that people tune in. But yeah, no, but it's good. We're gonna get James and Andy on here and talk about how obviously they're extremely bullish on the .ai domains. They've got a lot of really cool things going on there. There's a ton of activity happening around it, and it's exciting stuff either way. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So just so everybody knows, next week that's happening. The week after we'll probably do the holiday show. So I will connect with you guys to see if we can get everybody's schedules coordinated and see who can be available for that.
You're not going to tell me the day before?
No, I'm going to. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell everybody this week so that they can get their schedules lined up. Jen's already mad at me. She's like, we got to get this holiday show. You got to tell everybody. Otherwise, no one's going to be able to make it. So I'm on it. We're going to get that handled. And then that's going to be the Sherpas for the year. I mean, we're getting close to the end of 2023. So it's pretty crazy. It is, getting close to the holiday season out here, or I guess we're in the holiday season, but pretty wild how fast the calendar is flipping, as we get to the end of the year here. So, anyway, so that's all good. The other thing I wanted to mention is we got the ICA meetup happening in January. So as the year ends, the new year begins. And one of the biggest things coming up in the early 2024 is going to be the ICA meetup in Las Vegas, which obviously everybody's excited about. So if you have not yet registered for the event, make sure you do so. If you're not already an ICA member, get your shit together. Get right. Like, let's go. It's time to sign up.
We're going to do a live Sherpa, right?
Yeah. We're going to do a live Sherpa.
From the pickleball court.
Live from the pickleball court in Las Vegas, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Viva Las Vegas. But yeah, no, that's going to be a lot of fun. So everybody, if you're not a member, go get signed up. It's not super expensive, and it is for a really good cause. If you are in this space and you care, and you are not a member, then get it together and let's go. So, but yeah, so that's all I got, and we still got about 5 minutes real quick to run through. So Adam, anything else that you need to get off your chest or want to talk about?
Oh yeah, get off my chest. I don't think we got enough time.
No, exactly.
Where do you want me to start? Do you want me to start with Drew? Who do you want me to start with?
We're gonna air our grievances. That's it.
I got you. Yeah, it's a Festivus, man.
Festivus, baby. No, it is the holiday.
I got nothing.
Well, thank you for taking the time. I know it was a little crazy with traveling and moving around today and all that good stuff. But happy birthday again, bro. And cool. Thanks. It's much appreciated. Drew?
I got nothing, man. I'm that's it.
All right.
All good.
Well, hey, nothing wrong with that,
All good.
Mar, what about you, bro?
Take down these AI freaks next week,
I like it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We need sensationalism. If we don't pump this up, if we don't create drama, nobody cares. Let's go. We got to make this an episode. Of the,
I think a lot of people are going to get really hurt. The prices they're paying for some of these.
It's silly. These people are so silly.
Hey, let's save it. Yeah. We got 3 minutes and Adam's got to go. But yes, we're going to do this. It's going down.
All good.
All good.
Bring
Ammar,
your Cybertruck and your Tommy gun to the AI.
Dude, I want to get a Cyber. That's what I'm saying. I want to get a Cybertruck. I think I'm in.
The Cybertruck is fucking cool, dude. All I'm saying though, it's not practical. You're getting
well, it is for me. So I actually use it. So I have it. Here's the thing.
See that thing go around a go-kart course?
It's huge.
Dude, it whips like a Lamborghini.
My truck, I drive a truck and I use a truck because I got some property, right? So I always am doing stuff, right? Now I'm not using a truck like having to tow big shit all the time and things, but I do use my truck for truck related things, right? So for me, it is kind of practical. And what got me was the video of the shit racing and beating a Porsche while towing a fucking Porsche. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, fuck you. Like, let's go. Now I know that's the Cyber Beast and I probably can't afford that version, but but that was the one that I was like, yo, I think I got to do it. But I told my wife, I was like, hey, so I'm thinking maybe, and she was like, I will never, ever, ever get in that car with you.
That's the point. You're gonna look like a douche.
I'm like, am I though?
Why? What? I don't know. First off, I just don't care. Second of all, I just disagree. I think that truck is awesome. I think it is so cool.
I'm leaning to awesome right now. I didn't like it at first. What it looked like to me at first, if you guys ever watched the Simpsons episode where Homer,
if I could drive that in like the city of Lisbon, like it wouldn't even fit up my street. But like if I could drive it, I would literally. I had a reservation.
It reminds me of two things, and then we got to go because Adam's got to go. But it reminds me of two things. One, it reminds me of when like the Hummers came around. You know what I mean? And
it's a Hummer. It's a Hummer.
The Hummer was ugly and stupid and useless.
This is what I'm saying, though, but that's what this looks like to a lot of people. And it also reminds me of, there was a Simpsons episode where...
Are we talking H1 or H2? Because the H1 is the real,
no, this is when this was like when the H2 was like blew up and they were like so big and you were like, this is silly.
H2 is like,
no, H3 is the bad one. I think
H3 is like, might as well put a name badge on that says like, I'm not even gonna go there.
Lame. But hey, time out. So there's an episode of The Simpsons where Homer connects with his long lost brother who runs is the head of a car manufacturer, right? Like Ford or whatever. And he's so excited to have Homer back in his life that he lets Homer design his new car. Homer does such a bad job with this car that he bankrupts the company, gets his brother fired, and ruins his life. And the car that Homer designs, when I first saw the Cybertruck, that's what the shit reminded me of, was the fucking car that Homer designed. But now it's growing on me, man. It beat the Porsche, towing a Porsche. You know what I'm saying? It kind of so ridiculous. I'm like, I don't know. I might be down for this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So anyway, let us know what you think. Let us know if you all are fans. Should I get a Cybertruck? That's the question on the table right now. Ammar, did you have anything else that you wanted to mention?
The Taycan Cross Turismo is beautiful. That's what I would be getting. But look, the Cybertruck is awesome. I'm just saying you're going to get a lot of hate, but who cares?
Yeah, well, that's kind of where I'm looking. Can I afford it? I don't know, but I'm gonna have a conversation with Drew. My annual review is coming up. He thinks I'm doing an awesome job on Sherpa. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It might be for a good time. Might be a good time for it. Ammar, you got anything else you want to hype up real quick? You got like 60 seconds.
I'm happy to join you guys even at 6 a.m.
Oh, dude, thank you so much. By the way,
we are very grateful for you.
You joining that early was dope because we got to see your crib look dope at night, and it was a vibe. And then we saw the sun come up, and that has made me feel like, even though the sun was already up here, I feel like I didn't even see the sun come up here, but I saw it come up there, and I feel better for it. Anyway, listen, thank you guys so much again, Adam. Happy birthday, and thank you for taking the time as well, Drew. As always, it's appreciated, and like to the audience, as I say in every show, without you, there is no us. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Holler at us, let us know what's good. We've been trying to be more active on social. You guys have been really, we've been getting a ton of good feedback. Folks have been asking about blockchain domains. Somebody hit me in the DMs a day or two ago, talking about how Chrome extensions that do allow for some of these blockchain names to resolve and things like that. So we will we'll do a whole show on blockchain domains as soon as we get into the new year. So anyway, not ignoring any of y'all. I appreciate all of it. We see your comments, your questions, all that good stuff. Try to be as responsive as we can. We appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll see you next time here on Domain Sherpa, where all roads lead to domains. Peace out, y'all. We'll see you soon.
Peace.